What is going on to you, Libras? So you Libras actually have the Two of Gabriel, the Peace card, and then you have the Knight of Ariel. So what was going on for you, Libras, is that a lot of you were in a place or are in a place where things are actually quite peaceful for you, Libras, because the Two of Gabriel, the Peace card, and the Knight of Ariel represents you're not pressed about anybody. You're not you Libras are not a person, like I said, a person better come to you Libras correctly, because if they come to you the wrong way, you don't care about that, right? What I'm getting from you Libras is that you're in a position where you will leave them alone. You don't want to be with anybody whom you don't want to be with. The Peace card, right, which is Scorpio. So, Peace card, which is Scorpio. Knight of Ariel, walking away, caring less. So, right, and then you have the, like I said, the Two of Gabriel. So it's like, it's not that you Libras don't care about a relationship. It's more so that you Libras don't, like, you, I don't know, like, you've changed in the sense that, like, once again, like the concept of like you knowing more, experiencing more. So now it's like you're not surprised or unprepared anymore when people play games. You'll just leave them alone, right? Because honestly, those people are focused on making poor decisions, if I'm being honest with you, to kind of just nip it, just stop beating around the bush. They are focused on making poor decisions. Pretty much, because you'll have people who will be in you Libras' life who will like you. They will like you, and they will still and they will satire themselves, right? And you'll be thinking to yourself, "Oh, this person is making fun of me." No, they're actually making fun of themselves, of how goofy they are. They're putting themselves through the humiliation ritual, because it's the ideology of, look at how I will see somebody that's good right there in front of my face, and I'll have a golden opportunity to legitimately help myself. And not only will I not help myself, I will continue to go even lower in value as time go on. Even lower. They're doing it to themselves because they don't have self-worth. And so the thing about you Libras is that you Libras, it's not even a sense of you may have understood it. It's more so in the sense of you Libras are more prepared for when it doesn't work. You're prepared for if it works, and you're also prepared for if it doesn't work. There's a sense of like relaxation that's going on with you Libras, right? Because the next two cards are the Justice and the Ten of Raphael. The Justice obviously is Libra. You showed up in your own reading. So it's like, let the people who have self-worth find you and you find them, right? When you get to know these people, do they have self-worth to see when a valuable person is there to keep them, right? Or will they choose the humiliation ritual out? You'd be surprised at how many people do that, actually. This is why, as I said in the Scorpio video, this is why you have people who will come online and say stupid things, right? They'll be like, "Oh, this person is perfect. Yeah, I had to get rid of them, so I dubbed them. I dubbed this person." They're hearing themselves talk. They know what it is. It's just that they're choosing to make poor decisions. And see, what happens is that where it really starts getting amped up where it actually, where they actually understand, like, hey, like, they cutting it close, is when inflation gets to them. It's when not only inflation gets to them, it's when they have like an offspring. It's when other things happen where they have to care. Now it's like, oh, I don't care about myself, but in caring about this other person, I have to care. And inflation is doing a number on the two of us. Even though I don't really care about myself, I care about myself to a certain extent. So to a certain extent, because my offspring is here, the circumstances puts these people to have to grow up, and so it's, and specifically to have to care. And so the situation with you Libras is that you developing this relaxation, right? This understanding of, hey, you don't hold on to anything or to anyone too tightly. That's what's empowering you, because the justice represents those people don't want to be helped. They don't want to help themselves. And then you have the the 10 of Raphael. So you just need, and you Libras you're content where you are. And you should be content, because those people they're giving you the out. When you see people do that stuff, they're giving you the out. So what it really looks like is you Libras being single is actually probably a good thing. That's probably best for you, because most people are on some I'm going down with the ship, humiliation rituals, stupid, weird decisions, to make poor decisions intentionally. That's the end of that one, right? And so the page of Raphael and the 6 of Ariel is about how you Libras now, it's weird. It is weird, right? Because the page of Ariel and the 6 of Ariel, the page of Raphael and the 6 of Ariel represents they'll like you. They would like you in exchange too, but their low self-worth and their low self-worth. And because you got to understand that most people, I ain't gonna say most, but a lot of people do not really like themselves. They don't. They may take care of themselves physically, but emotionally and the mind and all of that, spirit and all of that, the soul and all of, they do not take care of themselves in those ways. And so what goes on here is, for you Libras, again, they will like you. This is an indication. This is proof that they will like you. They will like you. 6 of Ariel, they will like you, but they cannot give that reciprocity back to you. It is unrequited, meaning that it is not reciprocal, because of their own self-defecating ideology, right, onto themselves. And so to change your life, right, this is Scorpio, right, more Scorpio energy. So a lot of Scorpios in here. For you Libras, but the change your life for you Libras is about how this is a change that they need to do, but also you've made those life changes. So this is why it is that I was saying that sometimes being single is not necessarily a poor choice, right? Being single sometimes is actually a good choice, because a lot of people are caught up on they don't like themselves, the satire. They will, because people know when they find a good individual, and they know when they're not doing so well. They know when they're making decisions that are not conducive to making that are not conducive to their own empower. Like you make decisions based upon being astute, right? Or not astute. You feel what I'm saying? What I mean when I say astute, looking out for yourself, strategic. You put yourself in a position where you end up being the winner, right? You're good, right? Not being astute or stupid decisions. They're decisions that on the surface you can't make heads or tails. It makes no sense, right? You can't make north, east, south, and west of it. It doesn't make any sense when you look at it for what it is, unless you have unless you have the training to be able to find your way around that maze, because it doesn't make any sense to regular people who are not trained in that maze, right? How to be able to navigate through that dysfunction. And so the situation with that is, you Libras have been done a favor by not letting certain people in your life. Because part of it is that a lot of those people know that they're not good individuals, so they'll get worse over time to scare you away from them, to get you to stay away. Otherwise, things will get wilder and wilder. And sometimes people get the message enough to be able to get away. And then sometimes people are like, no, I'm going to stick here. I'm going to stay. But they don't seem to understand. Get away from those people, because they are on some satirical stuff. They're telling you they're going down with the ship. They're not, now granted, unfortunately, they're not going to just flat out tell you, but you have to understand what's really going on for real. They're going down with the ship. And what they're trying to do is, they are trying to show you to stay away, because they are going down with the ship. But you'll have some people who will stay there. I'm going to hold on. And then what happens? They go down with the ship. So the Nine of Michael and the Magician here represents how, so a lot of you Libras, you realize that you have too much to lose. You realize that, your life is worth something, and that being single, it's not a poor decision, right? It's not, because you have people out here who are loopy, who are not very good matches, who lie. They will say that they are a good match and try to make it seem like that, but they're not good matches. And what they'll do is that they will run you away. Let them run you away. Let them do it. I want you Libras to understand, let them run you away, because it's their way of keeping you safe from them. They're out of their mind. So you will be in a situation where, if you don't run away from these people and keep yourself safe, two of y'all, unfortunately, will go down with the ship. This is why you'll see a lot of people get themselves in relationships, and then they'll lose so much after they get out of the relationship. They're like, the person went ahead, cleaned me out, I went to work and I came back and all our stuff was gone. It looked like a bunch of people just came in and just took everything. And that's what happens. Because you know what I'm saying? Like them trying to show you how goofy and how dysfunctional they are wasn't ringing loud enough. So they had to do something that will shake you. And so the fact that a lot of you Libras understand what type of time it is. So let's clarify the Nine of Michael. Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, the Fool card, King of Swords, and then you have the Four of Swords to clarify the Nine of Michael, which is the Nine of Swords. So this, for you Libra, speaks to how a lot of you are in a place where, give your value to people who are not caught up on that poor decisions and poor choices kind of attitude. And that will help you out. Either that and stay by yourself. And there's nothing off about staying by yourself. A lot of the time, staying by yourself is a form of protection. It's a form of protection nowadays. You could have made it seem as if somebody had something off with them 10 years ago, even, right? 2005, like, remember, 2005, like, I was around back then, 2005. If you didn't have anybody or somebody wasn't into you, you were looked at like something off with you. Couldn't find anybody. I was looked like something off with me, right? But now it's looked at like a good thing. You have people talking about retaining, if you know what I mean, retaining and refraining and abstinence and like you have people, and it's taken seriously, and that is and the thing is, that's a real practice. The monks practice abstinence. That's real, by the way. I'm not joking. The monks practice abstinence. The Zhao, like the Buddhist monks, they actually practice that type of stuff, right? And so the point that I'm trying to make here, they call it Kundalini in one aspect, but they have different names for it. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that so there's nothing off about staying single. You know, there's nothing off about staying single and healing as well too. The King of Swords and the Four of Swords here represents, and so you Libras understand this. You need to understand there's not a lot to it. It's not this complicated thing that a lot of people on the internet try to make it seem. It's a matter of people are making goofy decisions because they want to, because, you know what I mean? And they're trying to make things work that just doesn't and can't work. But that's it. Other than that, you Libras are good. You Libras are in a good place because I don't see you Libras being in a relationship right now. I see you Libras, from the cards I've seen here, I've seen you Libras kind of not, you're just not in a relationship, but I see you Libras still being content, right? Comfortable with not having somebody because, and I just explained to you why, right? Relationships, not being in relationships, especially today, is a good thing because a lot of people lie about their emotional availability. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. You have, I have 27,790 subscribers. Hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. If you want to come through and get a personal reading from me, the link to that is in the comment section below, called the Linktree link. Peace. Oh yeah, and my Kareemspiritworks clothing is too. This is the Kareemspiritworks sweater. Go ahead, check it out at the Teespring store. Peace.